What's up, y'all? I thought maybe that music would lift me up. We just had to say goodbye to one of our best chickens. It was painful. But she lived a good life. And I'm drinking Bliss. It's I got this from Sinterklaas at my parents' house. It's part of a Brussels beer project. It comes with a glass and everything. Look at this. So yeah. Let's drink away our sorrow and write some code to forget. Ooh. Ik school u. Ooh. Oh yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, this is yummy. Norwegian farmhouse yeast with hints of orange and citrus. Well, there you have it. I love citrusy beers, so it makes sense. Bliss indeed. Schola. Yeah, so Karel, thanks for warning me about... was it the second part where I'm gonna drop out of memory? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Scary stuff. Right, let's first read the exercise. I did it, I don't know, last time. So the seafloor is getting steeper. Maybe the sleigh keys got carried this way. A massive school of glowing lanternfish swims past. They must spawn quickly to reach such large numbers, maybe exponentially quickly. You should model their growth rate to be sure. Although you know nothing about the specific species of lanternfish, you make some guesses about their attributes. Surely each lanternfish creates a new lanternfish once every 7 days. However, this process isn't necessarily synchronized between every lanternfish. One lanternfish might have 2 days left until it creates another lanternfish, while another might have 4. So you can model each fish as a single number that represents the number of days until it creates a new... okay. It's like an incubation time, basically, then. Furthermore, you reason a new lanternfish would surely need slightly longer before it's capable of producing more lanternfish. 2 more days for its first cycle. Okay. So they call it a first cycle. So what are they saying? So suppose you have a lanternfish with an internal timer value of 3. After 1 day, its internal timer would become 2. Then after another day, its internal timer would become 1, then 0. And then it would reset to 8. That one would then create a new lanternfish with an internal timer of 8. So that would be the 6 plus 2 more days. After another day, the first lanternfish would have an internal timer of 5, and etc, etc, etc. Lanternfish that creates a new fish resets its timer to 6, not 7, because 0 is included. Okay. Does not start counting down until the next day. So what does... So on the reset, the new lanternfish is there and has a timer of 8. Realizing what you're trying to do, the submarine automatically produces a list of the ages of several hundred nearby lanternfish. Suppose you given this list means that the first lanternfish has an internal timer of 3, and so blah 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 blah. Okay then. Yeah, so these are all lanternfish. And then since after day 1, on the next day, this one is going to spawn a new lanternfish, which is this one, which then decreases on the third day. And then this one also decreases on that next day. Okay, and then here, so in the next one there are 2 going to be creating new lanternfish. Voila. Blah blah blah. A 0 becomes a 6 and adds a new 8. Yeah. While each other number decreases by 1 if it was present at the start of the day. In this example, after 18 days there are a total of 26 fish. And after 80 days, there would be a total of 5934. Jesus. Find a way to simulate. And how many lanternfish would there be after 80 days? Okay. So I already went through the trouble of setting up our tests. So now solve 1. Maybe what we should do is also pass 80 to this input, because it's after 80 days. So you want to pass along 80 days, for example, to that thing. Because after 18 there's going to be 26, and that might be less of an issue running that me. I'm not really sure. So if I say we'll do this, but then for, what was it, 12 days or 26 fish after 18 days, like this. Okay, and this is then the actual input. So here actual would be after 18 days. And then we'll keep on calling this actual. Voila. And then I guess actual input we should also solve for 80. So let's give this a second thing called days, which is an integer. Solve 2. I don't know what the input for that thing is going to be. Maybe also the amount of days, we will see. So I already ran my tests, they're failing. I think we can go, probably at least, I think we can go straight into the solution. Or what we could do is just try a simple test case where we've got 1 fish that's at 0 and we do the next iteration, so to speak. The next, or the day passes by, I don't know how we call that moment in time, but it should generate a new fish at 8. So after given an angular fish at 0, when the day passes, 1 new angular fish at 8 spawns, and the other angular fish is reset to 6. Just about goes on my screen. Oh, let me have another sip of this beer and shit. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, yeah, this is really yummy. Yeah. It's also fruity at the same time. I can't really explain. Like a bit of a passion fruit taste, I would say. That's the vibe I'm getting. So given 1 angle, so that's a list of 1 single. Oh wait, it's at 0 actually. Angler fish If we then say day passes, I will show you, Jan. Sinterklaas gave me this Brussels beer project package, and this is one of the bottles that I got. It's called Bliss. It's based on Norwegian yeast or something. Voskweek. Don't know what it actually is. Yeah. Fucking good shit, young. Oh. So, school. Maybe this is also a starting school or something. The school of fish, It has, with a single anglerfish, day passes is gonna create a new list, I guess. And then we can assert that school contains schola contains exactly 6 and then 8. Huh? I guess we need to say that this is a list of anglerfish or something. This is a new function we will write somewhere here. Day passes takes in a list or school of anglerfish, which is a list of integers, and it should also return a list of integers. Voila. Oh my god, lanternfish. What's the difference? Lanternfish are the ones with the... Oh yeah, they're completely different. Ah. Yeah, I had the other ones in mind. I had these ones in mind. They're looking much more ugly than the other ones. And the I think they must have meant this one because they're really deep in the ocean. So that's why I thought they're gonna have this one because it's deep in the ocean. Eh? Do they also live in the deep sea? Yeah, I don't know. Anywho, a lanternfish then. And they're glowing. I don't know, man. That anglerfish looks like it comes straight out of the monster manual. Yeah. It's family of the mind flayers, I bet. Or a mind flayer in the making. Okay, so all over where I have anglerfish, it should be in fact lanternfish. Voila. Oh, here. Lanternfish. Hier ze. Yeah, let's try to make that work first, I guess. So, if actually, I guess it's more like for each or we do a count maybe. So if you say school of lanternfish, count all the ones where it equals 0. This will be the amount of new spawns. And then we'll just do the school of lanternfish. I don't know how we do that, if you can merge two lists together. Is it just add? Add all? Because I know add all only exists on mutable lists. You should be able to combine. Um, Yeah, since Karel warned me, I'm taking good care of not falling into a concat. Is that a thing? New spawns concat? Nee, school. You're right. Concat. Is it just plus? Ah, yeah, because so plus, and now I guess we need to generate. For each of 4. I don't know how you do that. 0, 2, new spawn. What? You can, because you, in a sequence, what you can do, it's to make it. How do you say that? this will do a thing basically lazily. So at the I can't really explain how that how this thing works. In fact, so when you say generate sequence, you want to create. It's how you create in Java. What's that thing called again? A stream iterator or something like that. There you can say I want to generate a sequence, and then you can say how you want it to be generated. So if you say I want to repeat X amount of times, that's fine, and then you just say how what you want to do there. And this would normally, I think, let's assign it to something first. New spawn. Well, actually, these are the new spawns. This is the amount of new spawns, maybe. Amount of new spawns. Now let's see what the type of this thing is. Sequence of any, but I don't understand why it's an any. That makes no sense to me. Okay, I think I'm gonna look up how generate sequence works because I really want to know. Returns, it just says how to. Ah, wait, I'm so stupid. If I do this and then I just say take amount of new spawns, that should do it. And then I'll just return new spawns to list. Voila. So generate sequence explains how you want to create this. So for us, it would be always 8. So it's not really interesting, I think, to write it like this. I think probably the 0 dot dot new spawns is better. So if I rerun my tests, I think I want to nest these things again so that I can only run the smaller tests. Ah, fuck, and I'm not resetting the ones at least we should have 2. I mean, yeah, the single one at 8, yeah. So let's wrap this. Yeah, stream generate, that's the thing I wanted to say. Some unit tests nested. Voilà. Kom jong. And how do I want to generate this thing now? I guess if I... Oh yeah, I already forgot to merge them with this, with the school of lanternfish. Voila, and these will just map all of the zeros. If we'll say return 6, else just return it. Skål, hè? Voila. And now I guess the rest we can just decrease. And then I think it might be the first solution. And then we just have to repeat day passes X amount of times. So let's start with 1 and we'll do this thing twice. So what I can then do is say day passes. We'll use our also magic from last time. Huh? So what I can then say, assert that it, which is the newly generated school, contains exactly 1 single fish with 0. And if I then do again day passes, ah fuck, I can't do that. So if I write this as a extension function, I can. Voila. And then we just assert that it looks like this, in fact. Huh? So, bam. And now we've got a second thing in here. I will inline this one, I guess. Voila. So first we get 1 single lanternfish. Yeah. Who is about to give birth. The day passes, they turn into a 0. The day passes again, and then there's a new spawn, and we get 6. So this test should work now because we're doing -1. I think, aye. Is that correct? Well, it seems to be working. Good job. Okay, so now we just have to do this a certain amount of times. Kind of don't want to put that in here. So let's first... Oh well. No, we can put things here first, just so that we can get a repeat going. I guess we could also start to rewrite this as solve with 2. Let's write it like that as well. So solve 1. Oh, I need to fix the day 1 thing first, in fact. Day cycle or something for 2, and with this list of 1, something like that. This will produce something new, and it should look like that. I've basically rewritten it. Then what does day cycle look like? It's something that takes in a school of fish, which is a list of integers, and then the amount of days that should pass. Hello! Welcome to the chat, friend. How are you? Return school or something like that. And now we just voila, make it compile. This should definitely break. So the first tests should still run, but then this second one should fail. And now what we should do is just loop for these days. So 0, I think, no, 1. No, we need to do 0 dot to 2, which is the days. So actually it should be days. And then we do for each. We'll do school dot day passes. And then eventually we want to return that stuff. So maybe instead of doing for each, we can do map. Ah, nee, it's not a map. It should be fold, where we... Can we do that? Why am I folding? I had a for each, and that was the most simple thing. So maybe reassigning? I don't know. Is that a good idea? Well, here with this, we have the amount of days. Can we fold that? If you map it, you do this, which should return. No, I think map is correct. Ah, nee, I need to be able to chain this thing. Yeah, and then fold with day passes. So this is going to be our accumulator, I guess. Is that flat map? I'm thinking why it's flat map. If I do that, it's it will repeat this thing over and over. And I want the return thing of this to be used as day passes, so I can't do that. So this should be my accumulator, and I should do it for this amount of time. So that's why it should be a fold. Is it no for December? Ah, no for this. Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely is. Fold. And then the initial is going to be our school. And then the operation should be ACK. And then what? This thing we're not doing anything with. That's basically the day that went by, or which day we are on. And then this is the return. So we need to return ACK. That should do it. Let's run the tests. I always feel like a failure when I can't write it in as a map function or as a functional programming function. I also feel as a failure when the output doesn't work, of course. But that's because the 1 is inclusive, huh? Or the 0, the first element is the inclusive. Then we've got day 1 and then day 2. We only want to do it twice, huh? Or the 2 is inclusive, either way. But here's the solution, people. Then we can put this stuff in our production code. By the way, this music is the music from Iron Squid, a StarCraft competition. A Functional Friday. It's a Tuesday, I thought. But yeah, the Iron Squid StarCraft competition held in Paris, I believe, or in France at least. And they always had this concert, basically, of a live orchestra. It's so crazy and intense. Gotta love it. So let's do day cycle with the input, and then for this amount of days, and then what do we need now? The amount of fish in it. So that would be size. Let's run this. I'm kind of stupid because I probably I really hope I'm not running into the memory issue now already. Here, it's working. Yeah, so this part is gonna be mistaken or like wrong on purpose. Oh, I love it, young. What a collab. Tail recursion Tuesday. Took you long enough? No. I'm happy for your contribution, Amarth. Really nice. Here's a gold star. I'll take it. P.S. I finished day 4 part 2 or day 5 part 2. Thanks, Karel. That was really helpful. Part 1. Parry 1. It's tail recursion Tuesday, y'all. Wait, I completely missed Nyok PSB. I'm fine. I tried to watch your stream, but I'm busy most of the time when you are online. It's a good thing I'm streaming more these days. Did we copy that right? Over to day 6 test? Yeah, we sort of did. And now the memory issue. Suppose the lanternfish live forever and have unlimited food and space. Would they take over the entire ocean? After 256 days in the example above, there would be a total of blah. Oh, nee. Oh, you may be online tomorrow to do one advent of code. Is TS, is that TypeScript? Popcorn. Are you also streaming? I might also be online. Ah, TypeScript, nice. I always forget that. Is this bigger than the max integer value? Okay, I will trust Karel. Part 2. Actual. Should result... No, wait. Test input. Test. It's this. And then 256. Ah, no. Okay, did you see the wink smiley? I guess I skipped over it, Karel. Yeah, I don't know. What is this thing? Let's go to integer. No, Jesus, I just want to go to int. To int. Here. Max value. This looks quite similar, eh? No, it's bigger. Fuck me. See you in 10 days. Oh, you're lucky. Nice. Oh, I know you from DDD. Oh, someone from DDD that does TypeScript. Oh, shit. Oh, and you're streaming on your company channel. Man. Nyuk PSB. Oei, oei. I will not know you by... Maybe... Do you like cheese? Do you like cheese, Nyuk? Here's the max int, so I guess we cannot use an int now. So our solve needs to return, I think a long, eh? Long should be okay. Ah, yeah, Anthony. Everyone likes cheese, but Anthony in particular likes cheese. He has a separate fridge to put his cheese in. And I followed your tip to get Saint-Nectaire, and my cheese supplier was like, "Ooh, you've got great tastes, sir." I was like, "Yes, thanks. It was recommended to me." Yeah, Saint-Nectaire is really nice. So very good recommendation there. Jongen. I hate that the first part is so simple and the second part is gonna be so difficult then. Why is it gonna explode my stack? Oh, Beaufort at home. Nice. I will write down that I should get some Beaufort. Allee, if this pen wants to write. There we go. Allee. Exponential growth. Oh yeah. So keeping the amount is not... it might have been in the news in the last few years. Yeah. I keep on... You cannot just get a result out of the list. I guess we need to keep on counting then or something, eh? It doesn't matter at least where those fish are, eh? Yeah, the issue is that if I run it and it explodes, then maybe my stream will die. Maar allee, who cares, eh? What would happen then? I think it might also even in this folder, it's going to create a new list every single time. JVM will throw error. Okay, we will see. Yeah, in any case, I cannot keep the result in an integer anymore, so this needs to turn into a long at least, or a big int, I think. Big int, isn't there a thing? Long. Let me see. Yeah, the CPU is an issue, young. Oh, this seems big enough. Live a little. Yeah, maybe we can start this somewhere else and then wait until it's done. And while we wait, we can start a new day. Somebody else was joking that I should get a 256 gigabytes EC2 instance somewhere. Yeah, you know what? Let's run it. I've got my JVM, I think, is 11, not 17 or anything. Oh, you can't even do a size on that thing, eh? What if we do a count? Nee. No, LA, everything is telling me that I can't do that. Because if you take the size, it will return an integer. If you do a count, it will return an integer. And I need a number that's bigger than an integer. So yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, huh? LA. But how are we gonna do that then? That means we can't even return a list of integers. This needs to return a long, which would be the amount of fish. Folding, I don't think is gonna work either. But how do you solve that thing then? This is like I think a math problem, and I hate math. I think it's the least interesting of this kind of solutions. Least interesting puzzles, let's say. Just because I'm really bad at it. So yeah. How are we going to be smart about this? I was thinking maybe if we keep only the... What's it called? I was gonna say if we keep or if we partition everything, in like the amount of days that they're about to give birth or something, but still then you would end up with a list that's too big or that can't handle exponential growth. And so we need to count somehow. So that's a good question, Nyuk. In Kotlin, the primitives are also types. So no longer can you make the, how do you say that? The mistake of auto boxing. So there's no thing as a integer having a type that's some integer, and it's an integer, but really it's null or something. You cannot make that mistake any longer, so that's why they just made it easier. Even booleans are just a capital B. But behind the scenes, it's just a primitive. But yeah, so if I count... Oh, yeah, I really hate these math problems so much. So we cannot loop anymore. That's a given. And here with the generate sequence, yeah, we're still progressively taking more. If we always return the amount of spawns that are about to give birth or something. Nee, we can't do it either. Shit, jongen. Yeah, that's different in TypeScript. I don't really know the string versus lowercase string in TypeScript. I think one is like used to declare generic types or something, and the other one is used to declare a variable type. I don't know. Or like a field, type of a field. Man. So at least we should loop here, huh? That's the amount of times you want to do something, but then what do we want to do? Maybe if we reduce the problem again. So let's just return whatever for now, just to make it compile again. And then our day passes, we can rewrite without returning a list then. So this should return also a long, I think. But then, yeah, we cannot operate on a list anymore, I think, eh? Fuck. You use lowercase string for type and uppercase string is used from a JS as an object. Ah. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah, let's keep that stuff then. So this should return a list of ints, I think it was. And then we'll have our tests work again. Huh? So these are part 1 tests, and then we'll do part 2 tests in a different way. So we still start with, I guess, a list of 1. Yeah, this always should start with a list, because that's our input for sure. But then what? If we are going to be returning, then the amount of fish should be 2. So this should be is equal to 2. And then we'll just write a new function called day cycle part 2 initial school, which is a list of integers, and it should return a long and yeah, the amount of days. By the way, sound off in chat if you know where this music is coming from, or if you can picture the scene. Ah, it is super quiet. Oei. There, it should be better now. Huh? I am definitely loud, yeah, for sure. I think after 4 days, this is gonna be a more interesting case, because we've got multiple ones going off at the same time. So 9 after 4 days. Yeah, so what one of my ideas was, I don't think it will work. I want to show it, then at least we've got something on screen. So if we filter all of the fish that are at 0, these are the ones that should turn into a 6. Oh, that's another annoying thing. What if we treat this thing like oh, Yeah. If we treat this as a string, and for every number we can calculate the new one. Because it's can also, you can write it as a char sequence, eh? We are where in the list a certain fish is, yeah. But the number does matter, eh? You want to make sure that you loop over every number so you can operate on it. Yeah, but so even if I would know that, I don't know how that would help me, in fact. Because if you can mess with the order, then what would it matter? Is it that you can then treat it as a sequence or something? Don't really know. So if you have this, a sequence, yeah, wait, so a sequence in Kotlin is something that is lazily evaluated. It's not kept in, that's what, at least how I understood it. It's not kept in memory, so you will only have one thing in memory every time when you quote-unquote loop over it. So it's because it's like a stream. And I think what we can then do, yeah, I think it's use or something. No. Yeah, here we can still do map on a sequence. Well, then why would oh yeah. So if I then transform this thing into an int, I check if this is null. Yeah, and now I don't know how to generate something new. Yeah, all well. I could map it to a new string and then basically say 68 else do it to int -1, and then this thing will do to string. And then we have still a sequence of strings, and then maybe what we can do, say length, which might be to string and then length. Ah, it's still an int. Yeah, I think it's the same issue with that. So instead of keeping it in a list, you now are keeping it in a string. Maybe externalize it or something, I don't know. Keeping track of individual fish is going to be impossible, yeah. But then I don't know if you can't keep track of individual fish, how are you going to apply the minus stuff on it? That was my issue. Let's put these things. Can we group the fish? Yeah, but how is grouping gonna help? If we group the fish by the number, or for example, then you know the amount of. Yeah. If you just keep the amount of fish that are in a certain position, number. Fucking hell. I'm being spoon-fed and I'm liking it, Amar. I was thinking that's never gonna work, but then my idea was to keep them individually, but if you only keep the amounts, then maybe that's gonna be better. So if we keep all of the 3s and all of the 4s and all of the 1s, and we only have groups. So, wacht hè. Yeah, maybe I'll make it, or I'll try to make it easy first. So if we have a fish at 0, I guess, which is, yeah, okay, we've got a map then. So fish, I don't know, which is a map of an int which goes from 0 to 8, and then it's just got a long, probably, which is the amount of fish in that group. And initially, what we can do is say initial school group by it, but then here, value transform, so we group by I don't know, is there a thing like identity or something? Identity? Hola. So it, and then the other function is going to be it dot size. Okay, so the amount of numbers in the initial list. So initial school count it equals nee. Oh yeah. So if we do this and then we map it, I guess, map values, we just get the count or something. Yeah. Mahjong. I always think if you do map values that you if you do map values that you then only get the values in it, but it's not like that. Okay, so now we just no, this is okay. And then what we do is we say do fish now what we should do is say from 0 to 8 for each. The other easier thing would have been to also add the missing things now, because then we can just add with 0 every time. How do you want to call this? What is the 0 to 8? Incubation time? And then this is also incubation time, huh? I will rewrite it as I will rewrite it later. Plus, also, it was stale recursion Tuesday, yeah, so. Godverdomme. God damn it, it's difficult, this one. So we say fish at incubation time. And then we say fucking hell, yeah, how do we want to increase? By the amount of the previous one, I think. So if we say, if you have one, the amount of at 8, you want to decrease those, and the one at 7, you want to increase by the amount that you decreased. So what we should do is amount of fish at 8. Okay, well, let's just spell it out first, which is this. Ah yeah, and then this is optional probably. Yeah, godverdomme. If you don't have any, then, well, you have 0. Then we'll do the same for 7, etc, etc, etc. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then one more at 0. And then I'm going to go like... I will put it in a non-loop first, and then we will put it in a loop later. 70, yeah. It's easier if you split it up and implement a single day function for your map, returning a new map for the state. Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay, but that's what I think I was doing, in fact. Because the 0 to 8 is just to Well, that was my idea to fix this part here. But you can't really do that. Allez, we will figure it out later. Huh? So then you've got all of the amounts of fish, and then what I think I want to do is basically say the fish at 7 are now equal to the fish that were at 8. So it should be like that. And then this we need to do for every key. So now this becomes a mutable map. Nothing to see here. I'll lay on to mutable map then. So there, now it's happy. Yeah, and then repeat this, and then I think the ones at 0 should be the ones that are at 8. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Wacht, hè. I'll do this. Seems to have... Voila. And then 8 becomes that, and then this becomes like that. And then the ones at... nee, wacht, this is incorrect. So these become the ones that were at 7 plus the ones that are currently at 0. And then the ones at 8 were only the ones that were at 0. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then this is not correct because we don't want to loop. So this is a manual cycle now, huh? And now we just want to loop across all of the days, I think. Wait, no. Now I want to return at the last part. I want to return all of the values basically summed. So that would be fish.sum, maybe? Man. Map values, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm still confused with what the difference is between map values, and map keys. They all take the same input. No. Oh. This is exactly the same, right? Toch? Okay, so we say K, V, and then we say we don't care about the keys. We just want to say V, because these are... Ah, shit, it's not all of them. Maybe that's why you do need to do map values. Because then V is keys. Maar echt. Oh wait, you can do values and then you've got the list of longs. Well, this is much better. You just do values and then you just sum them. Yeah. Voila. I'm just stupid. Never mind me. That makes sense, eh? Don't just do dot values, dude. Oh. How am I going to do this? Especially the one at 6. That's the annoying, the most annoying one. And the biggest issue, I think, is that you have to do this operation once, I think. Or can you start at 0 and then say it's the one from the next? Nee, you have to start at 8, set them to 0, then do 0, set it to 1, then do 1, set it to 2, then do 2, set it to 3, etc, 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 etc. Then 5, set it to 6, and then 6, you want this, but then also plus the original ones at 0. Yeah, and then there's this issue. So if you set 8 first, then 7 is incorrect. How the fuck do you loop this stuff? Immutable Tuesday. I don't know if it would make it easier though. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah. Then you have 2 maps, you mean, and then you just, yeah, okay. If you have 2 maps and you return a new map, yeah, that would work. Yeah, I'm not thinking straight, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what do I want to do with this? I want to keep it or no? Seems so stupid, you know. Let's create initial fish or something. Based on a school or a group or something. This would be a map of incubation time and longs. This function we will create inside of this one. we'll give it the school, and it should output this kind of map. And it should return, well, this stuff, but then without the mutable map, I guess. Or you could first make a mutable map. Of this. Ah yeah, and then just go, no, that's much easier then. So if you do the from 0 to 8, these we will map. And then we'll just create a pair. So this would be it, 2, and then initial school count where fish equals it. And then I think we need to do that too long or something. What the fuck is going on here? This is the incubation time. So incubation time 2, it equals incubation time. Voila. And then if you have 0, then you have 0. I think that's just it already. So we can return and then write it as a expression body. I guess we can't do that as an expression body somehow. Ah yeah, this count we also need to too long, and then say here to map, because IntelliJ can magic. What now? Oh, well. So then we can just inline this stuff, I guess. That's better. Now we have a fish with all of the incubation times, which we then can loop over, I think. Yeah, you know, IntelliJ has these great functions on lists and to create maps and grouping pies and sums, etc. And zip, it has zip with next, but I always forget which one to use. Maybe I should redo that Coursera course with the taxi problem. That's fun. It's free one, eh? The Coursera Kotlin for Java developers or something. Here, this one. Highly recommend. Hier, 4.7 in my. Yeah, it's great. Okay, then we have our initial fish groups. Okay, and then we want to create a new one. So that would be the result, which is a map of same incubation time and longs. Yeah, if I'm going to make this into a mutable map now again, then we can say it should be like this, huh? Oh, because it's not a mutable map. And then we can inline this crap. And we don't need the question mark now anymore. But I don't know if you can say don't worry IntelliJ or Kotlin compiler. This one definitely exists. I guess we can do that, get our default. Well, they will always exist, that's the thing, I fucking hell. Get value? No, we'll do get value instead. Okay, so all of these will change with dot get value. Up. And then we just inline all of these. I can add just whatever I want, young. Wait, why? Let me think about that later, or after I just inline. Okay. Did you really? This is a Shostakovich. How come I can't just add? Oh, I see. Add the exclamation point. Yeah, my exclamation points are an invention of the devil. So, yeah, if you don't want to use that, I guess that's really what get value is doing, probably. Yeah? Ooh, get our implicit default. Ah, then it just returns null or something. Let's try to see what it looks like, Vince. Oh, I need to so, I mean, it's Jazz Suite number 2. So I think what I can do, or what I might be able to do now, is still map, because I can say fish grouped by incubation time map indexed. Dat gaat weer niet. Ah ja, nee. The keys are the... Alright, do keys. Yeah, and then I map. And then basically what I do is I say result take, so this is k. So if I'm at 0, then do fish grouped by at k plus 1. Oei, something like that. And then do a special thing if you're 6, right? And a special thing if you're 8. If k equals 6. I guess we can also do +1 because we want the 7s and also plus the ones at 0. Oh. Voila. And then else if k equals, what was it, 8, do the wraparound. We had that there. And then else you do just this. Well. Oh yeah, this is much more readable. And then we've replaced all of this, I believe, eh? Yep. Okay, I think that should do it. And this is 1 day, and then we'll do that for X amount of days. Like a problem statement. Ah, yeah. It would have been better if it was the other way around, because now, it would have been, I think, better if we had special cases for the 0 and the other ones. Is there a way to write it like that, in fact? Because we can always do that, huh? So if we're at 0, then your result at H should be this thing. And these... Ja, nee. It's not better, hè. Kom ja, zo. So this is just a single day. And how did we call that again in the... Oh, that was called day cycle in the original one. But how did we call it? Day passes. So this is basically now day passes. This is the initial school, and then this is day passes probably. This is day passes. And then we return a result. Yeah, and then it's that result that we want to do this with, huh? Yeah, I want to make it work now. I'm tired. Oei, oei. Zo. Voilà. Since we are mapping anyway, like, this isn't in fact a mapper, it's a for each, honestly. Because we are assigning to result instead of actually mapping. So we can get rid of this. And then assign that to result. Nee? Porque... Oh, because it's a mutable map, so let's make it into a regular map. Ah nee, fuck, we can't do that. These are... I want to not map the keys and maybe but just map all the things. So that means K and the value. Oh yeah, V, okay. And then when K is like that, then I guess I can do... I am Confucius. Ah yeah, this is the value at... Oh, I can't do that. Maybe I don't need the value here or something. Oh. I don't understand why the pluses. Will Eh? Oh, gotta love it. You have to treat it like it's to destructure, like you want to destructure it. Oh my is that? Okay, so this we can just hopefully return. It's like quite annoying. Yeah, now loop this shit, I think. Yeah. And that I guess we can do with the initial fish group. So I think we can look at how we solve that here. It's just like that, in fact. No. And again, doing nothing with day. And then this is the result. Ah nee, wacht. Yeah, so we do values.sum here. Oké. Een zware bevalling noemen ze dat, ja. Let's see if this works. Excuse you. Oh yeah, solve one. This should be size, was it? I think our initial solution, because I don't want to touch that thing anymore. Yay! So solve 2 looks like this. Yeah, honestly, Amarth, I could not have done this without you. Thank you so much for, first of all, not really telling me the complete solution, but bringing me towards it. That was an excellent job. Okay, so solve 2. En maar wat? Should be a long, and then we need to do day cycle part 2 with input, and let's also pass the days here. Because day cycle part 2 just returns a long. So let's see if this runs. Yeah. So then we've got actual. Yeah, that's incorrect, but now we just need to change this into actual input. We run it. Oh, so this is Incorrect. Oh my. It's a big number. Oh, we had it here. Yeah. Amai, thank you so much. So the total code we had to write for this is, yeah, it's tiny, eh? It's really tiny. If you look how small it is. Here's GG! Yeah. I guess this should also be incubation times, eh? And this is just stupid, eh? Generate 8. Jonge jonge. Let's commit this stuff and never speak of it again. Okay, let's push this. And then maybe read day 7? I don't know. You can do that. You can totally do that. But have you seen my submarine? Have you seen my submarine? Oh wait, before, let's first put day 1 into an object so that we can move these in there. So solve 1 with okay, and same for solve 2, and then we just move this stuff in here, move this stuff in there, and then solve 1 will do return day 1 dot solve 1 with depth measurement blah, and solve 2 will also do like that, and then we just inline these, then we don't have to fuck with tests being or using the wrong thing. I don't know, is I heard day 7, so either somebody was super lucky and finished it real fast, or it's an easy exercise, but I wanted to read it first. What time is it? Yeah, it's 10 past 10 am. Exhausted, Jesus Christ. I'm a day behind, I can't stand it, eh? Oh fuck. Giant whale has decided your submarine is its next meal. Wait, does it actually? Sperm whale is its next meal and it's much faster than yours. There's nowhere to run. Suddenly. Oh Jesus. Day 3. You just got spoilers for day 6 then. Yeah. Day 3, which one is that again? Is that the submarine? Oh no, yeah. You can reuse the power consumption gamma and epsilon to calculate life support and oxygen. That's a good hint. Ah yeah, the equality stuff they deal with in part 2. I had the exact same question. A swarm of crabs. What? Each in its own tiny submarine. Hoing, how cool. They seem to be preparing to blast a hole in the ocean floor. Sensors indicate a massive underground cave system just beyond where they are aiming. The crab submarines all need to be aligned before they'll have enough power to blast a large enough hole for your submarine to get through. It doesn't look like they'll be aligned before the whale catches you. Maybe you can help. Crab marines, submarines can only move horizontally. You quickly make a list of the horizontal position of each crab. And then crab submarines have limited fuel, so you need to find a way to make all of their horizontal positions match, while requiring them to spend as little fuel as possible. Yeah, the music is awesome, yeah. That was in the Hall of the Mountain King, of course. Yeah. Consider the following horizontal positions. What? There's a crab with a horizontal position 16. So yeah. Okay. Each change of one step in horizontal position of a single crab costs 1 fuel. You could choose any horizontal position to align them all on, but the one that costs the least fuel is horizontal position 2. Oh yeah. More expensive outcomes include aligning at position 1. Huh? Ah yeah, these are different. Okay. How much fuel must I spend to align to that position? Is that like finding the sweet spot? Yeah, every time I look at this kind of stuff, it makes me think I have to solve this with dynamic programming because it's an NP-complete problem or something. Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like it's a math thing again, where it feels like summing them all or something and then dividing them by the amount. Like if you get the average, then that feels like it's the best place to go to, but I'm not sure if that's true. How was it called? It's the mean. You need to find the mean of all of these numbers. What is the other way we can do this? And this is a horizontal position always going to be one where they are already on? Because there are already a bunch of 2s and they that's like a good position to start. Now, how do you find the ideal one? tired for this. What does the puzzle input look like? How many? It also feels like it might be solvable with a binary tree. You can indeed solve this using statistics, but the mathematical background is a bit more complicated than herb, derp, maybes, and yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know anything, and my maths is really, really bad, as you've seen just now, but I don't really have a good idea of how to solve it otherwise. How do you could get that? Because you could just take the maximum number and the minimum number, take the in between for that, and then starting from that number, going to a higher and a lower bound, basically, of a number that you can find in the list that is not one of the min and max you had before. And if you build your tree that way, but I don't know if you can. Oh wait, if you have a binary search, then how do you use a binary tree to find the optimal position? Maybe one question I don't really know is a horizontal position, does it need to be one of the horizontal positions that a crab is on? Because 3, for example, isn't in this list. But could it have been could it have been a horizontal position? Ah, yeah, okay. Oh, fucking. So that would mean we did that last year. What was that thing called again? Let's go to our GitHub. Wrong advent of code. I guess I called it the same. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah. Maybe somewhere in the commits, I forgot what the name was. It's something like a blah 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 graph. Commits. Allee. I can never find those. Hier. Weighted graph, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, that's not what we need. Ollie, I don't think that's what we need. Because you can't really determine the weight of a position just by looking at it, right? No. But I wouldn't know how to use a binary tree to get the ideal position, huh? I guess you would be searching for it, but then how? What if we just put all of these things in a tree and then say use the magic Kotlin function that just finds me the result? Yeah. I also don't think it's true. Wacht, hè. If you just take these two, the one, wacht, let's do that for this part. If you compare 16 to 1, what's the ideal position? You don't have 1. You at least need 3, I guess. So from 16, 1 and 2, what's the ideal horizontal position for those 3? So it's not 15, right? Because then you're spending too much. Maybe you can even say it between 16 and 1. It should be the middle, eh? And then if you add the 2, what is the middle of 16 to 1? Is that then 8 or is it 9? Guess it's 8.5, so to speak. Yeah, because you only spend 1 from 1 to 2, you have to spend 1. 2 doesn't spend anything. And then 16 to 2 is the better. That's 14. Yeah, this, I can't, I have to solve this tomorrow. I can't think straight. Let's set ourselves up for tomorrow and then call it a night. I've got a lot of shit open here. Kotlin days. day 7, not day 7 test. We'll call it solve 1 with test input returns blah. No, it was 2, I think. So day 7 dot solve 1. Day 7 slash test input dot txt dot read lines. I mean, we can already parse them to ints, no? No, it's just a single line. Jesus. So it's a single line. We'll do la split on the comma, map it to int. This is actual, and then assert that actual. Oh, are you really? You should go to bed, young Anthony. I'm also about to fall asleep. Can't wait for this Bolero to... Oh fuck, it was 37 in fact. Yeah. Whoa. Nice. Yeah, must be crazy. I know. Amarth, do you know Vincent? You know Helium, right? Helium is what the hell am I doing? He has a projector in his apartment that he enables when he says, "Okay, Google Cinema," and then his projector screen starts coming down. His projector starts up, and he's got ambient lighting with the regular, with his living room light, basically using Philips Hue. Of course he does, right? He's amazing. Yeah, it's really cool. Great setup. Let's call it input. Okay, I guess I move fuel here then. And these are crabs, right? Nee, these are crab positions. It's too bad. He doesn't have the button, but he has the command, the voice command. And then let's save this as test input. Voila. Okay. Voila. And then tomorrow we can solve this. Hopefully. I hope you realize that I will need you tomorrow, Amarth. So be there. Nee, thank you again so much for helping out. It was necessary. Alright. I wish you all a nice evening, good night's rest, and then maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Ah, nice. Oh, yeah. Alright, have fun with your events and then see you next time. Bye.